We came to Vransko Lake Nature Park to do some bird ringing. And before we were able to do anything else, we had to set up the nets at the location where we wanted them. And after that, we went out and did some birding. Birding from the boardwalk is absolutely amazing, and usually the first sight that you get to see are mallards and some lapwings in August. But as you can see, there is something else among them. This is a great spot to observe migration, but also to observe the birds that are usually hidden behind the reeds and in thickets, like this spotted crake. These mysterious birds usually spend their time hidden beyond our view, but in the autumn and during migration, they can be seen in the open much more frequently. The position of the boardwalk is in perfect location for us to observe the behavior of these birds without actually disturbing them. During breeding season, these birds get really shy, so knowing their song helps. Just wanted to stop by and say if you liked the video so far, please consider liking and sharing with someone who might also like this video. I am going to do more videos like this in the future, so if you want to learn more about birds in Croatia, Europe, or even beyond that, consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss it in the future. Another crake species that is really difficult to see during the breeding season is the little crake. Post-migration, they can be spotted fairly easily, especially in the mid-section of the boardwalk here on Vransko Lake. Did you know that they are actually excellent swimmers? We tried our best to get some really good photos. Habitat at this part of Vransko Lake consists of reed beds, predominantly sedge. And in this kind of habitat, you can see all these crakes and rails. And water rail can be heard everywhere. Just like crakes, they get bold at this time of the year, and you can see them from the boardwalk. While they do feed on invertebrates, they can absolutely hunt other birds. In one of the previous years here, we saw a water rail hunting little crake. That time, little crake was lucky. Away from the sedge, we have a rocky shore, and there are lots of birds that are hanging there. Lots of gulls, like this black-headed gull, but also western cattle egret. It's not unusual to see gray and purple heron right next to each other, and it's not unusual to see great and pygmy cormorants. Gray cormorants are absolutely everywhere, and they can be seen here throughout the year. And while this area is only a couple of kilometers away from the Adriatic, there are no shags. Pygmy cormorants historically have been breeding on Vransko Lake, but in the recent years this has not been confirmed. On a good day and with enough effort, you can find more than 50 species of birds on Vransko Lake in August alone. It's not just shorebirds and waterbirds. There are other birds like this Eurasian turtle dove, but also smaller passerines like Zitting cisticolas, Chetty's warblers, and so many more. But shorebirds and waterbirds are a thing here. So if you do end up going to Vransko Lake during migration season, pay attention to the birds in the sedge, but also in the shallows. And it's not just birds. You can find so many other critters like terrapins, snakes, and so much more. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Next week, I'm planning on doing something completely different and going outside of Croatia a little bit. So if you want to see an update of what I've seen, where I've been, and how is it going, consider subscribing to the channel. Okay, I'll see you out in the field.